We are on Kincheloe Drive in northern Wright County, Missouri. We're going to go have a look at a pretty spectacular 10-acre property. We're passing a little farmhouse, little white farmhouse. It's a pretty good landmark. It means we're getting very close. Go a few hundred more feet on Kincheloe. You'll see a large oak tree on the left, and the property starts just after that. In fact, I just went by it. The start of the property. There's a survey marker and a pin right there. It has about 350 feet of frontage on Kincheloe, so everything you see on the left side of the road for about another 300 feet. Here's the private drive. We'll pull on in and have a look. I'm just going to keep the camera running, so this will end up being a little bit of a long video. I apologize in advance for that, but there's a lot to see on this 10 acres. I'll pull up to the corner here. I believe this would be the northwest corner. Turn and face toward the east. This north boundary has been mowed, just so you can get an idea. You can see actually a little bit of scrap metal in the back that someone's hauling off for us. But this is one of the several potential building sites. This is a beautiful open pasture up here. Great views. I've been lucky enough to be out here for a sunrise. Excuse me. And off in the east, the sun rises over the river bluffs. Beautiful colors. Got some huge walnut trees. 1, 2, 3 that I can see. Gigantic walnut trees. 4. As I said, the property is just a little over 10 acres. I believe it's 10.07 acres. It's one of those large walnut trees. And there you can see the fence line, which would be the other boundary on the property. Or I can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera. Right there is the fence line. We're heading east now, I believe, towards the river. A monstrous oak tree right there. But before we take the trail all the way down to the river, I want to take a left here on this other trail and give you a quick look at another potentially awesome building site here. See some of our equipment. We're doing a little work out here. Off in the distance, you can see the buildings for the other farm. Actually, I'm going to back up a little bit here. This will be a little bumpy to pull on, but that will be smoothed out in a couple of days. And now again, we're basically on the property line, looking toward the east. This is another site, excuse me, if you wanted to build a private home or cabin. Just wonderful. You've got a great view. Down below there you can see a neighbor. If you look way across the river, there's an old barn, really pretty. looking down over a hayfield. Properties outside of any city limits, so in Wright County, no building permits are required. You can do what you like. You won't find any building inspectors out here. Now we'll head down toward the water. We're still on the little road. You can see the other fence line, I believe, off there, about 60 feet off in the distance. And this is what I would call the, excuse me, the bottom field. So the one boundary is pretty apparent. You can see the fence right there. The fence is the boundary. You can see the neighbor on the other side. This trail down toward the tree line has been mowed, but this is not the boundary. The boundary's further on. I'll show you in a minute when we get down here. You can see some pink flags here, which are not the end of the property, but they're in line with the property. Some pink flags just where the drop is over there. This entire side, the Gasconade River, is the boundary. So that goes all the way to the Gasconade. And then looking back up toward the west, here's the road we came down, and then the north boundary, which is mowed out. Let's go down to the river. We had a pretty good downpour this morning, so even though this section of the Gasconade is usually clear, it might be just a little murky right now. Pretty little area up there that could be a great spot for a picnic. Now this was cut out with a track loader, and it is steep. I go up and down it in four-wheel drive with no problem. You might be okay in a front-wheel drive car, maybe. And here we are at the river. Actually, there's a little cleared spot behind us where I'll back the truck in, and we'll have a look around. Beautiful. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous spot. So hard to find anything like this. That, of course, is the Gasconade. We've been working out here about the last week or so. And we've seen plenty of bass and catfish, of course perch. look off there about 30 feet, 40 feet. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's the survey marker, which is the one property line. So you've got obviously this entire area. And then even though the video is getting long, it's been 10 minutes, I know, I'm going to keep it moving and we'll take a little walk and see if we can't make it to the other survey marker. Got some huge sycamore trees on the property. Nice walnut trees. You'll find quite a few oaks. I saw some pretty elms. Here's the view. Just gorgeous. Just almost impossible to find this river frontage with that amount of acreage. Nice little school of fish there. So the property boundary is actually a little further down on the left. You own this whole gravel bar. That's part of the property. Saw a large fish jump down there. Really amazing property. I love it down here. Camp, fish, build a cabin. Fantastic. 10.07 acres on the Gasconade River.